Now on ASA TV, how big data can help provide better patient outcomes, recognition for research that's moving the specialty into the future, and new information on critical care issues that impact patients and physicians. I'm Ed Highland, ASA TV. We continue to move forward with the ultimate information experience here at Anesthesiology 2015. The Emory A. Rovenstein Memorial Lecture went to the heart of the specialty, the art of the science. Anesthesiology Editor-in-Chief Dr. James Eisenach reminded physicians that the history of the profession has always been about listening to and communicating with patients. It was a message that resonated with attendees.
I love the historical perspective, and I think for us, being a new generation of doctors, it's a good way to come around full circle and to see really the humble beginnings of anesthesia. And unfortunately, I think the humble beginnings are sometimes lost in the education and the training, and we focus too much on what's new, but really forget about what brought us here to this level.
It really speaks to the heart of why we're here, to advance the practice of medicine and to improve the patient experience, to improve the patient outcomes.
ASA takes pride in the accomplishments of its members, and today recognized outstanding leaders in research and patient care. The epidemic of opioid abuse needs more study. That was one of the key takeaways from a session led by Dr. James Rathmell. He chronicled the history of the use of opioids for chronic pain and says decades of scientific research has produced little evidence of long-term efficacy, significant harm to those receiving treatment, and our society as a whole is evident. And research aimed at curtailing the epidemic is urgently needed. Attendees agreed.
I think that we need to, continue with more research as to which patients need to be on opioids, which patients they're considered higher risks, and which patients should never be on opioid to begin with.
In this problem-based learning discussion, attendees explored deep brain stimulation. DBS was traditionally used for Parkinson's disease and movement disorders, but has expanded to OCD, Tourette's syndrome, obesity, depression, and others. Neuroanesthesiologists must consider how awake or unconscious a patient should be, and of course, safety.
Safety is the primary concern with any anesthetic, and some of those safety issues can become very complicated with DBS because you don't have control of the patient's airway. The patient is in a stereotactic head frame, which means having access to the airway during the case can be very difficult if the patient becomes over-sedated, has a seizure, has a stroke, or something like that.
The impact of big data on the specialty was the focus of the Fair-Heldrich Research Lecture. Dr. Lawrence Glantz says that while big data will be used to redesign the healthcare system to make it more affordable and provide higher quality, the challenge for physicians is how to respond and use that data. While we may feel the analytics are not always fair, by understanding how the data is derived, we can adjust our clinical decision-making to ensure financial incentives are met and at the same time improve surgical outcomes. From discussion groups to lectures to e-poster sessions, attendees have a variety of ways to learn and engage.
What I really like is, if I feel like I'm getting a little weak or behind on some of the information out there, in some areas I really like it because I can really zone in on those areas and get back up to speed. And then I always like bringing the information that I learn here back to my institution and to my partners in my group.
There is so much scientific research being presented here at the Anesthesiology 2015 annual meeting, and some of it is gaining national attention. Joining me now is Theresa Hill, the Director of Public Relations for ASA. Theresa, thanks for coming by. Tell us a little about what is gaining national attention.
Well, we have so much science that's being presented at this meeting, but today we have had 2 national pickups on a study that was presented. It talks about women in labor and how they may not necessarily have to fast. As a matter of fact, they may be able to have a light meal. So we've gotten national attention on this study, And we heard from, we had pickup on CBS Evening News and the Today Show. And let's look right now at the CBS Evening News hit.
A study by the American Society of Anesthesiologists now shows most healthy women would benefit from a light meal during labor.
And the Today Show?
Researchers with the American Society of Anesthesiologists say improvements in anesthesia care have made pain control safer.
Now, Theresa, we know this is important information, especially to women, but why is it also important to ASA?
Well, it's important to ASA and our members because these kind of studies getting national attention bring public awareness to the amazing jobs our members do and the science that they discover and they present at these meetings. Getting these types of stories into the national media is just one way and a great way for us to raise awareness of the specialty of anesthesiology.
It's great the recognition is finally coming about. Theresa Hill, thank you so much for joining us. And there is still time to take advantage of the educational sessions here at Anesthesiology 2015, and we'll be there to bring you the highlights. For now, I'm Ed Highland, ASA TV.